Sorry. Welcome back to Crystal's Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio for March 2020. Um, we have a pre-message before we get into our cross. We have, I just I was going to go ahead and pull some like oracle cards first and see what comes out and see how that resonates and get a couple messages about that. I want to see what this card is right here. It's the Ten of Pentacles. When I was shuffling earlier, that card kept showing up too. So there might be some like solid stability for some of you, some increases in your finances or resources for some of you. There's like a solid commitment or something that you're like really dedicated to, something or someone that you're very dedicated to. All right. The first card out, you had Explorer, Prophecy. Sorry. The first card out, you had Explore, number 7. Second card out was Prophecy, number 33, breaks down to 6. 33. The third card out is the number 18, breaks down to a 9, self-reward. And the bottom of the deck for these ones was 36, breaks down to a 9, communication. Okay, so take this as this resonates. This isn't going to apply for everybody. This is a general reading. You could tell if something resonates or not by lying to yourself and telling yourself the truth. Basically, my name is Crystal. My name is not Crystal. And see the difference between how you feel when you tell yourself the truth and how you feel when you lie to yourself. That's how you can always test if something resonates for you. Okay, that feeling that you get. Okay, so I felt like there's some sort of communication that you're wanting to have or you're thinking about having or that's needing to be had. There's communication involved in some way, shape, or form. And I wasn't going to say this, but when I was starting to do this recording before I went live, like my stuff just kept getting like, oh my God, my stuff like kept on like a wrench in it, like, right? Like, so I was getting a delayed and then had to restart and had to like restart and resituate and restart. So here we are. So you might be like this communication. I felt like there might be a delay in it. Like there's something that like it was supposed to take, like it could have taken place a long time ago. I feel like you know something that somebody doesn't know, that like you sharing this information will be helpful for them. Or somebody, vice versa, take it as it resonates. So that's the bottom of the deck energy. So when I was looking at this, the first card out, if you look at it, it's kind of like the same lady kind of, or sorry, like this lady right here reminded me of this lady right here. And then like, so something happened in her youth, right? Because like male or female, take it as it resonates. So this person is like reflecting on something that happened in their youth. Like she's thinking about something like the unknown, right? She or he, take it as it resonates. There's the ability to provide clarity on something, you see? There's the ability to like feel something or someone in. But this has gone on for a long time. Like somebody hasn't spoken a truth. Somebody has the ability to reveal something, but they haven't spoken their truth. They haven't spoken a truth. So whatever this is, like somebody went on a journey, right? They went seeking and seeking ye shall find. Somebody went looking for something. And then like with this moon over here and this moon, like I just feel like, oh, hold on. And then you have transformation underneath communication. So like once you have this communication, it's going to like progress something forward for you. So let's look at the rest of these cards. So you have Explore, Prophecy, and Self-Reward. So I feel like there's like this communication that you've been prolonging, take it as it resonates, or you've been wanting. or you've been trying to have, and it just hasn't, like, I don't know, it's not working out. It hasn't worked out. There's like, you're learning something, you have learned something. You're using your intuition, or there's something that you know that is meant for you. Like there's something that you have learned, or that you know this to be true, or you've learned it, and you know it. Like you see the moon, like obviously they're all gonna have moons, but like you learn something about you, about what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to have, like what your destiny is. And I feel like there's like some, like you know, either you use your own intuition or you use somebody else's. You might get, like, obviously you get readings. You might go see like psychics more often, or you might like practice on your own some sort of something, or you might like have downloads yourself. There's something, you know, you become aware of. And then you see too, like, so she's like, her, male or female, this person, that energy is between, like, in both pictures that surround her or him, there's this older person and these younger people, right? So definitely, and there's like this thinking, like somebody's using their intuition, somebody's in their thoughts, somebody's seeking something, looking for something. I get that energy, like you like, you felt like at one point in time, you might have felt like something was connected and tied to you, part of your destiny, prophecy, part of something that was like tied to you individually, specifically. I don't know, take that as that resonates. It made you happy. It felt like it, but you doubted it at the same time. Like there wasn't enough, like you wanted to like test it to make sure that it was right. I don't know. There's some sort of communication that's going to cause a transformation. It's going to allow a communicate, like whatever communication this is, whether you're like extending it or receiving it, it's going to like cause something to like progress, improve, like move to the next, like move forward, either like with a friendship or a romance relationship, whatever it is for you. But there's something like you knew it all along, or somebody knew it all along. Somebody was in it. Somebody knew it. And then there's like some self-reward here. So I feel like that, like you had to like play a part in getting to the end of it in some way, shape, or form. And I felt like you're really happy you listened to your intuition. I feel like there was moments for sure that you doubted your intuition. And you wasn't sure, like, if you were moving forward correctly, or I don't know. I don't know what this is, Scorpio. Scorpio. There was a pre-message right there, and I just missed it. My bad. My eye's tripping. My eye is tripping right now. Like, it just started all of a sudden, too. So I feel like for some of you, you're just not seeing something clearly, or you're like it's kind of like you're not and you're not speaking your truth. You're not seeing things, like, I don't know. Like all of a sudden, like my throat feels like it wants to close up. It felt like something like flew in my eye. Like, I don't know. And then like I'm saying, when I was trying to get this video started, it was like off and on. I don't know. So maybe it's obviously resonating with somebody. All right, Scorpio. What is this? Oh, you have the Ten of Swords. So whatever this energy, and the Seven of Swords. So whatever this energy is, somebody was deceitful and they try to get away with something, be sneaky and shady. They're really hurt by it, but they have like a new sense of confidence. But somebody was like really hurt. Somebody was like, I felt like somebody felt sacrificed in a situation. That might be what your communication is about, like to transform something. there's been like some individual energy, right? You haven't talked to somebody. You might be like single, or the person you're wanting to talk to, you haven't talked to them for a long time. But either way, and this one too. I don't know. Okay, you have the Tower, the Ten of Swords again, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. I don't know what's that right now, but we'll see. Let's see. It's the Eight of Swords, 8, 9, 10 of Swords. No, yes, shit. We don't have the Nine of Swords, but we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like even though like you're trapped in your thoughts about this, there's like, we don't have the Nine of Swords, right? So I feel like you're okay with it at times, but you still find yourself thinking about it. But there's like this, I feel like for some of you, you expected like once you took some sort of forward movement that somebody was going to reach out and communicate towards you, but they didn't. And you're really confused by that. You didn't expect them to be okay being alone. But you and or they are really hurt by it. I don't feel like they're necessarily okay being alone. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Swords with the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, and the Hangman. So I feel like you're seeing things different. You're seeing like some sort of offers, some sort of opportunities different. Options different. You're seeing options different. Okay. For some, like it's basically that energy of like I don't want to be a player no more. You find yourself thinking about somebody but okay. I feel like you try to play it off really good, and I feel like most of the time you do play it off really good because the fact that it's you're not constantly like we skipped the nine, right? A moment ago. It was like hiding. It didn't come out till like the very end of the fact. So like I feel like you try to act like you don't have the energy, or you try to act like everything's okay or everything's cool or whatever it is for you. But there's something about seeing things from a different perspective and like learning, like having a higher level of awareness, making a solid commitment, a solid connection, because you don't sleep well. You think about this, whatever this is for you. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Something moves very slowly. I feel like you work, like you're stable within yourself. I feel like you have your resources and everything together. Like you don't really depend on other people for the most part. You have the Five of Wands and the Temperance. So you're fighting for this balance, whatever this is for you. It's not coming easy. And you have the Queen of Wands that was like hiding. There's another one. You have the Five of Cups. Oh my gosh, Scorpio. The freak look. Okay. And it's the same colors kind of basically. Let me see again. So first you had the Five of Wands and the Temperance. Shit. Hold on. So you have to fight for this balance. You're like, this is an internal balance you have to bring in. And I feel like it's not coming easy. Whatever balance you need, you have to do it for yourself. Only you can really do it. And you have to fight for it. It's not easy. You have to fight through it. You have to fight yourself through it at times. It's kind of uncomfortable at times. Like obviously it's not easy, but like it's gonna be worth it. I feel like it's gonna be worth it. And then again, you have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So, okay, so I have a couple of things. The fact that these cards were like hiding and we like, it just, what was it? There was another sign that I just did a reading. I think it was Leo. You might have that in your chart. But there was like little bit by little bit, it was coming out like more and more, bit by bit, like more and more was being discovered or being realized. And like, I feel like you kind of got that energy too. But you have the energy of like, you're sad and you're hurt and you don't want it to be acknowledged. Like, you don't want to necessarily fight. For some of you, this communication, you feel like you're going to have to like fight to have balance, to bring balance, for clarity, to help somebody understand. But then there's this energy of like, you're disappointed, like you don't feel like you're good enough. There's like, I feel like you see, okay, your person sees you as very attractive and they don't feel good enough. And you see your person is very attractive and you don't feel good enough. Take that as that resonates. It could be one of you or both of you guys. Hold on. Okay. What? You have the Page of Pentacles. So with this Explorer card, you have the Page of Pentacles. So again, communication. And the communication, I feel like it's been like waiting for a long time. It's been needing to come for a long time. When the communication comes, it's going to be very solid. Like, it's going to help things. It's going to make a foundation. It's going to make a solid foundation. What else? Anything? You see, I don't know if you guys could see it, but like, if you guys could see, like something wants to come out and it won't come out. And I don't pull the cards to be, if it's not coming out, it won't come out. I'm not going to pull it. I'm not going to make it come out. But it wants to, like 3 times right now when I was trying to like, what next? It wants to come out, but it doesn't. I feel like this has been a long time in the works. And who knows? And you know what? I've been doing readings for you guys for a while, and I felt like you guys do have that energy of like, it's gonna come, but it doesn't come. It's gonna come, but it doesn't come. Like jump off the freaking cliff already. Have that faith. Take that leap. Like, be more optimistic than pessimistic. I don't know why, but I wanted to see the bottom of the deck right now when those cards came out, and it was the King of Swords. So I feel like you're going to actually speak something finally. But I feel like I've said that before too. I'm not throwing shade, no hate, no nothing. I'm not judging. I'm noticing. That's all. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go over these ones first. So you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I feel like these already came out. I know they did, because like right here you have the Hierophant again and the Seven of Cups. So, but anyways, this communication, this conversation that's going to be had, there's going to be a celebration that's involved. Because like somebody, like these thoughts that somebody's been having for a really long time, they just like, they don't sleep very well. Hold on. I got to put it in the right order. I think it was there. I don't know. So, these, like, there's going to be a celebration. These thoughts that somebody keeps having, they don't sleep very much because they're having these thoughts. They're thinking about saying something, but they're not doing it. But finally, they're going to release those thoughts. They're going to say what they're thinking. They're going to speak their truth finally. And it's going to lead to a celebration. Somebody's going to be happy. And then... okay, so you have the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Empress. So I feel like this conversation that's going to be had, like, I feel like somebody wants to like acknowledge the fact that they see somebody above the rest. Like they want to commit to like okay. Um because we had that older energy, right? We had that energy of like somebody that experienced something like a while ago, and now they're like reviewing it. They keep on thinking about this person. I'm gonna just say they're like somebody is older now and they're thinking about their person or somebody that they had experience with like a while back ago, and they're thinking about like communicating or reaching out. They think about this person somehow, some way, or whatever. They reach out or they say something or they speak their truth or whatever in some way, shape, or form, and it causes some sort of happy celebration. Like people are happy. For some of you, I feel like there's like this resistance energy of like you're like seeking something out. You're not sure how you'll be received. I'm going to move on from here. With the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, the Two of Cups. So I already told you guys what the cards were. But I felt like there's this energy of like somebody realized like that they like out of all these options that they had, there was only one really that they wanted to commit to, right? There was one that really like stayed with them, stayed on their thoughts, and they're wanting to they're wanting to manifest this connection again. They're wanting to like reach out, this conversation, this communication. It's because they're wanting to like start something. It's not like it might start as like, hi, how are you? But the intention is let's make a commitment. Let's go forward. Let's like build something and create something solid together. Okay. And then right here, right? I just do the cards as they come out, and I notice what I notice when I notice whatever. And like the cards that came out to clarify this, this explore, and then so to clarify the explorer, the first card, the only one card came out, and you had the Page of Pentacles. So it started as a one, and then you had two groups come out. That next group was a 3 and then a 4. So you're missing the 2 in your stuff right here. With the clarifiers, you're missing the 2. So you got the 1, the 3, and the 4. So I feel like you're good on your own. You're stable. You're solid. You can depend and rely on yourself. You're good. Then you have like, I feel like you're spiritual, but you also like you work well with others. You like work how you need to work when you need to work. Like hence the fact that you're stable on your own. You're independent. And then there's that like foundation within you, that solid foundation. I don't know. There's something with your what the hell? There's something with your foundation, and like just like solidifying certain things. You're still looking into things. I don't know. I'm gonna skip past that. There's a lot for anyways. So you're basically, for whoever this is resonating, like you have your foundation, you're solid within your own self, but like you remember a person that would be your completion, that would like fit for you. It like it's your person, and you remember them, but you're sad because you're sad because they're not there. You feel like that you missed something. That it impacts your confidence in some way, shape, or form, or how you feel about yourself, which you follow your passion. It impacts with like how you follow your passion. I don't know. And you're fighting for some sort of balance. Okay, so we're going to move on from there. I don't want to spend too long on these pre-messages. All right, and then for prophecy, yeah, you're going to speak something. Seems like you're going to finally speak your truth or have your conversation. All right, what about the prophecy? 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so somebody told you, like, I don't know. I felt like you went and somebody told you something, and like you doubted if it was true, right? You still had to evaluate it. You needed to get the proof. Like you wanted more proof. And then you have the Death card that came out sideways. So I feel like for some of you, you're like with this Death card being on the prophecy, I feel like you tried to have resistance towards feeling like I felt like there was a lack of clarity. Like you felt like you were supposed to do something, but you weren't 100% sure. And then it come to be a moment like where you're like you just kind of let go of it, and were like I felt like you doubted what you were told, and like you needed like proof of it. For some of you, like you doubted it, and like you had to be beat over the head with proof and evidence before there was like you were like forced to agree or something. I don't know what that is. It's weird. What the hell? What the hell? You're just really stubborn. I would say you're stubborn. Oh my God. You're trying to create something. Yes. So this prophecy, you're supposed to be the one that's doing the work in it, but you don't want to. There's a lot of resistance within you because there's still a lack of balance. You're fighting against the tide, and you're like, it's just not beneficial for you. Freak. It's not beneficial for you because you're still trying to manifest and create something, but you're like, I don't know, you're doubting yourself. But there's like the only resistance, I feel like the only resistance there is within you, like doubting yourself. I feel like if you were to like present the opportunity, present the offer, present whatever this is for you, I feel like it would be successful here. But you just like, you don't want it to end, but you don't move forward either. You just keep on evaluating things. Leo was getting that too, but they were getting it like, I feel like yours is like what the heck? Procrastination. I feel like you're procrastinating, Scorpio. And I feel like their evaluation was more like, I'm trying to still learn something. I feel like you've learned everything you need to know. Like with the Magician here, you have all the tools that you need. You know what you know. You know what you need to know. You know enough to get started at least. You don't. It's like that. It's like that energy. Like if you were somebody, and I don't know if this is a trigger warning or not. I don't know. Don't care. Just kidding. There's this energy of like, I don't want to go, but I won't let you go either. Like I won't fully commit, but I won't let you go. I don't know how to explain this. Like something was intended for you. You knew this to be true. You have everything that you need to move this along and like make this final, but you're still evaluating. You're like, you won't stop, but you won't fully, like, you won't put on the brakes, but you also won't put on the gas either. Okay. So, and then right now, I dropped this in, I picked it up, it's in the reverse. So there's moments where you don't even want to look at it. You don't like, there's times where you look at it and like, what do you do next? And you're just thinking about it. And then other times where you're just not at all. It's very procrastination. All right. So self-reward. What is the self-reward? Okay. So you have the Page of Cups came up, right? And then all these came sideways, which is the Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So this, like, you having this communication, like, I don't know if it's an apology or an offer, but this conversation, it's gonna be like, you're gonna be happy you did. It's gonna be everything you've been wanting. It's like everything you heard, that it's your destiny, and it's this and it's that, and it's meant for you, and it's written in the stars, and da 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 da. That's true, and you're gonna be happy with it, but you don't have to accept it either. It's your decision to make. But also at the same time, it's the other person's decision too, to not wait around for you to decide what you want either. There's like somebody needs to decide what they want and have this forward movement. I feel like they have to answer for something. Somebody has to argue or defend themselves, or somebody's gonna have to, like, what the hell? There's this forward movement out of like emotional forward movement. There's like self-doubts, there's arguments, there's arguments and self-doubt. Somebody has to make a decision, and somebody gets away by any means necessary. Somebody gets away. Somebody sneaky and shady and leaves the situation. The person you're interested in might be already in a connection, and or you. And there's like an energy of like, I want to move this along, but I have mental conflict within myself, and it's hard to make a choice because one of us would have to be sneaky and shady. One of us would have to like do something that we wouldn't be proud of in order to have this forward movement. Hi, hello. Oh. So it's like somebody wants to have this forward movement, but they aren't. But I don't know. I don't want to say like do something sneaky and shady. Like I feel like like obviously I've always heard that like if somebody cheats with you, they will cheat on you. So you don't want to start a connection with that. And that might be why you're having this delayed procrastination. You're waiting for things to like be a little bit different. I feel like that's what it is. My nose is like really tripping right now. So, but at the same time, like this conversation, whatever this is going to cause you to be like happy. It's self-reward. It's a reward. But I feel, yeah. What? So I feel like you want to reach out to your person, but somebody's in a connection. But you're sad and you miss them. Oh shoot. Okay, so right here, as I'm like talking, there's transform, which we have already seen, but then there's decisions and confidence. So you need to have confidence. Your person needs to have confidence. You need to make a decision. You have the Two of Wands too, but that was over here. So this conversation, I feel like that's what it is. I feel like somebody wants to have this forward movement. Like, I care about you. I miss you. I love you. I want to start something with you. But like they have like mental conflict within themselves. They're going to have to argue and fight their way through this. And somebody's going to have to make a decision, pick me and run away with me. Like, run away with me, basically. Like, leave your person. I'll leave my person, or we'll leave our persons, and we're going to run away together. Oh, that's messed up. I'm so sorry. But don't put in your energy to him. If that happened with you, don't put your energy into that. Like, you need to love yourself too before you love anybody else. And if you're like putting into someone and they're not like putting into you, they're not your person. But all you have to, like, it's like a dance basically, right? Like, there's always supposed to be an equal amount of space so that we each have our own like auras. We don't like officially like 100% combined. We still, like, majority of the time when we're not combined, we want to make sure that we're healthy, we're balanced, we're still two individuals, right? So there's always supposed to be like this dance. But if one person's chasing the other person and the other person's leaving, and there's not like they're not like, it's supposed to be give and take. It's supposed to be back and forth. And if it's not that, and it's one more than the other, then that's not going to be working out. That's not going to be healthy. At some point, somebody's just going to run and chase. So you have to allow that person, like, they're just basically like, I need my bubble, I need my space, right? I'm like, allow me to have my personal space too. Like, I'm still an individual. Just like, even if they're part of a connection, they're still an individual. You always want two wholes, like two whole people, two full individuals, two people that aren't missing anything, to come together to complement each other, not complete each other, because it's already two whole people. But they're supposed to complement each other. But they still have to have their own room to breathe. It's like a fire. If you like suffocate a fire, it's gonna go out. So you have to allow it to have the room to breathe, and like allow that natural dance, right? It's the dance to go on. You're welcome. You have to follow your intuition at all times. Like, maybe it's like a moment where it's time to go on for you, and that's what it is, and you have to respect that person was what they were for you at that time. Maybe they're meant to come back in later. Maybe they're not. Maybe somebody else. Like, who knows? But like, you have to put into you and follow your intuition at all times, and just do what you're inspired to do. That's the best advice I can ever give or receive. It's like, everybody has to live their own truth and speak your own truth. So let's see. I feel like we're done with this part, actually. You have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there's like some sort of healing that's involved. Like, yeah. It's not easy, right? So you have the Temperance card, which speaks about healing. This is internal balance within yourself. And then the bottom of the deck right here, after we're done doing all of our clarifiers, you have the Four of Swords and what's peeking. The Chariot. So this is going to be quick for you. It's going to be fast forward on, like, it's basically like if you go and you get an antibiotics, like you're on the fast track to recovery from whatever disappointment that you've had. But you're Scorpio, I don't feel like you stay down for too long. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This has impacted your stability, but there's going to be some sort of forward movement towards healing. So I don't know. For some of you, you're inspired to have a conversation. You're going to have that conversation. For others of you, I don't know what it is. It might not be a conversation with somebody else. It might be a conversation within yourself, where you're like realizing things and like piecing things together. But either way, you're going to have like some sort of healing that's going to come to something, and it's going to come quick too, to your foundation, to like how you see things, how you invest in people, how you invest in your environment, how your environment feels towards you or for you, how you feel for your environment. Yes, okay. Let's see what else. Let's go on. All right, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio. You have dream work. So there's something, I'm getting a couple of things with this. Dream work is number 21, breaks down to a 3. There's something that you're inspired to manifest. There's something that when you're dreaming, for some of you, you receive downloads while you're dreaming. There's something you want to manifest. You're inspired for something. For some of you, if you're like 35 above, 40 above, like for some of you, you're younger than you think. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you're like, I'm old. It's not like what I wanted to create is no longer like, for some of you, you just feel like it's too late for something to create and manifest something, but it's not. Okay. You have dream work. Follow your inspiration. Follow your intuition. If you're inspired for something, it's for a reason. Okay. Vitality. Propagating energy. And then prophecy, you had prophecy come out again. So for some of you, I feel like you have vitality again. You're not too old. You can do anything. So you got propagating energy. So I feel like somebody's trying to get you to agree with them, like side with them, do what they want, like buy into my dream. Like, I don't know, like you want something different for yourself. Prophecy. Like your destiny is intended to be different than those around you. Not everybody's built the same, I heard. You have growth, balance, and decisions again. 5 for growth. So you might be going through a lot of challenges, but that's allowing you to have this growth, this forward movement. Then you have number 25 for balance, breaks down to a 7. So there's a lot internal balance. You're reviewing and reflecting things, and that's allowing you to have balance. I feel like you're accepting, like there's things you don't know. There's things you want to be left unknown. For some of you, you don't. Like, for some of you, there was something that has like left its mark on you, but you don't want to, like, you act like it's not there. It's like null and void. If this is a person, like you don't want to talk to this person, you don't want to answer for something, you don't want to have to ask questions. Somebody's feeling, I don't know if this is you or somebody in your environment. I feel like it's you because it's your reading. Somebody's like learned a lot, like healed a lot and grown a lot, like become more mature, a lot more stable. Like they're okay with for some of you people like that, like you are okay with like you don't necessarily care what people think. You blend in with your environment. I feel like you're trying to manifest something. You feel like you don't have you feel like you don't have everything you need to like create everything, like create it, manifest it, like bring it to life. But you do. You have everything you would like. I don't know. I feel like this is like somewhat of it's like, what is it? I don't know the right word for it. It's like you have procrastination energy because like you're resistant in some way, shape, or form. And so you're like a little bit procrastinating and trying to make a bunch of excuses. Like, oh, I can't because, and trying to act like they're valid excuses, but I don't feel like they are. I missed the, what about 18? Make sure that if everybody has to be 18 or older, because I don't know what comes out. Sometimes it might be inappropriate cuss and like, we'll see. So next you have 17, which breaks down to 8. Again, you have decisions. And then 25 balance. We already looked at these, so Spirit wants to talk about them again. With the balance and decisions, like you need to decide something, Scorpio. You're like delaying something. You're delaying something. You're passionate about it. You're trying to act like you're not. I feel like you act like you don't know something, but you do. You know more than you act like you do. It's a long journey for some of you. That like it's a long road. Long road to recovery for some of you. I heard long road to recovery. Whether that's a person, a relationship, whether you're healing, I don't know what this is for you, but some of you, but make sure you're like focusing on like feeling healthy, what is it called? Like meditating and what is that? I forget what it's called, but it's like where you see yourself being healthy. You see yourself being like healed. You see yourself being with the person that you want. You see yourself living in that life, feeling that way. I don't know. There's something necessary for balance within you in order to make this decision or have this forward movement towards what you're passionate about. But you need to have balance. I don't know what this is. Okay, we're gonna be with that. Okay, hold on. You have explore and then confidence again, and you had karma. So number 7 with explore, and 12, which breaks down to a 3 with confidence. 28, which breaks down to a 10 for karma. You need to, like, whatever this is that you've been motivated and inspired for, you need to seek that out. Like, follow your intuition. Do what you're told to do. If spirit tells you to do something, Scorpio, do it. It's for a reason. Like, spirit doesn't send you on a wild goose chase. And then you have dream work again. You keep getting the same cards. There's like, you have karma here, right, too. So I feel like it's like there is something in regards to your destiny or tied up with like past lives. I don't know what this is. It doesn't have to necessarily be a person. But you need to explore it. Whatever it is, you need to know. I don't need to know. It's not my experience. It's not my stuff. But you need to know. So you need to like go in and explore your dream stuff. Explore what you're inspired for. Explore your stuff. See what it is that you're motivated for and why. If you're motivated for it and you keep on being motivated for it, you need to find out why. You have guidance and appreciate. So seek and ye shall find. So I feel like that you need to just ask the questions so you can get the information you need. And I feel like somebody just needs a little bit of information, like clarity. I feel like somebody's going to be like really happy and grateful for whatever like the conversation that's wanting to be had. You have let go. Guidance, let go, appreciate. So I feel like you're like really like holding on to your pride and you need to stop. Like let go of the resistance. Beginning and appreciate. So whatever this is, it's going to start something good for you. You're going to be happy you did it. It's like basically like if you go somewhere and you've never gone there before, and so you're like, no, I've never been there before. I'm not going to go. But you feel drawn to that area. You feel like pulled there, but you keep on like fighting against it. Nope, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. But you keep on being pulled to it. And then I don't know how you end up there, but some way you find yourself there, you end up there. And it's like the greatest experience of your life. And you're like, oh my God, I love it here. I know I was called here. I should have came here a long time ago. So like, it's that kind of energy. Like you're fighting against something just to fight for it at this point, it feels like. And you're just like going against it just to go against it. Yeah, manifestation. Like focus on what you want to bring about and go forward towards it. Like don't have resistance. Like if you're inspired for something, you're inspired for it for a reason, whether it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you, Scorpio. If you're motivated and inspired, it's for a reason. You need to follow it through. and you have align and prepare. So once you get aligned with what it is you're supposed to be doing and you settle down. So I feel like Scorpio, you're very resistant, right? It's very much like you're stuck in your ways. You don't want to like go outside the box necessarily. But I feel like you're kind of like being like nudged out a little bit by bit. Like, but you're very resistant towards that. There's something within you that you're like putting off. You need to go ahead and do that. Like follow, like align within yourself. It's going to allow you to have balance. It's going to be uncomfortable and awkward at first, but it's going to be like a good thing for you. You're going to be glad you did. You're going to feel balanced within yourself once you align, once you acknowledge how you feel, what you think, that yes, that person is not the person who I thought I would want to be with, but yes, I find myself wanting to be with them. Yes, I find myself wanting to talk to them. So why have that conversation? Maybe it's just like an itch that needs to be scratched, and once you do, it's fine. But then maybe it's like more than that. And if you find yourself having that same like itch, like why? And then you have prepare. So for some of you, there's like something you need to do to get aligned, or you're preparing, like you're, what the hell? There's something you need to do to get this like going. For some of you, after you have this conversation, I feel you. I feel like a lot of people have that in their, like, a lot of people have open books, right? Where we have questions, we have things, and we just kind of get to the point where, like, we accept, like, I have to balance within myself. I feel like that's actually why the difficulties come right here, right? There's like, you have your thoughts, you have your emotions, you have like what you're supposed to do, what the expectations are, and it's hard to always get those aligned. And then if somebody doesn't, if they don't behave like we're thinking, or they don't reciprocate with us, it throws something off. So I feel like there is what you're wanting once you, but it's not necessarily, for some of you, it's not who you thought, but it is the person that, like, all the excitement, all the joy, all the passion, all the love, all the like inspiration, all the like knowledge, all the like deep talks, like everything that you want to do with the person that you are imagining, it's possible, but it's not, for some of you, it's not the same person that you're imagining. But you don't know if you keep on acting like it's not there. If you like keep on acting like no, I don't know, you need to have a conversation. You have take root, and I don't know what this is, confidence, personal alchemy. So with these cards, I feel like there's this energy of like, you know, you need to do something. And you, like, only you have the power to do it. You have personal alchemy. Only you can do this. This is only your inspiration. And you need to have the confidence already to like do it. Like take root, like take flight. Allow it to like plant your seed already. Plant your freaking seed, Scorpio, and see what happens. Some trees die off, but some of them are around for like hundreds of years. And you don't know until you plant your seed already. And if you just keep on, like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, or like maybe the next day, or I'm going to go do this first and I'll come back, or I don't know, I'm going to go look at the different other things. Or like, if you just constantly like prolong it, but it keeps on bothering at you, then you need to evaluate that and see why. But if you're like being met with resistance, then why? Like, there's something that's out of balance with, I don't know. For some of you, it's like you're wanting something, but you feel like you can't have it, so you're your own blockage. For others of you, there's like a feeling like you can't have something, and there's like a need to communicate something, but like that communication is basically like opening the door, but you won't even go knock on the door to have the conversation at all. Like you just shut it down immediately. But it felt like you're motivated for it. You're inspired by it. You keep on thinking about it. So like go knock on the freaking door and see what happens. Like why is it there? Hold on, I'm gonna get out of these ones. I don't want these right now. I'll put these ones away. Hold on, I want to see what this one is. You have guidance. Number 15 breaks down to a 6. So the 6, like it reminded me like the 6 of cups, 6 of swords, 6 of pentacles speaks about balance. What is it? 6 of swords, 6 of wands. That's 6 of wands speaks about a victory, having a success. 6 of swords, leaving your mental conflicts, not arguing, not doubting yourself. What was it? The 6 of cups, nostalgic. So again, I was younger. I've had these thoughts and these feelings for you for a while now, since I was younger. Whatever this is for you, but there's like I don't know. You need to acknowledge your truth and see why you're feeling what you're feeling and all those things. Like, what is it? What's the point? Because there has to be a point, right? If it's something that doesn't leave you alone, what's the point? There has to be one. But if you keep on ignoring it, you're never gonna find out. You're just gonna, I don't know. You're just gonna like go to your grave with this thing that just bothered you that you didn't. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're being given like some sort of inspiration that nobody necessarily else is. Like this is intended for you, but you're not owning it necessarily. I feel like you're kind of giving it away or like dismissing it because you're doubting something. You're not clear on something, or you're not wanting to provide clarity, or you're not wanting to provide clarity, or you're not brave enough to ask for clarity. Take it as that resonates. This is going to be our last shuffle. All right, Scorpio for March. You have self-care, number 2, and divine being, number 16. So I'm getting a couple of things off of this. For some of you, there's some like you need to have a really good cry. You're holding something in and you need to let this out. You need to release it. I feel like once you release this energy, you're going to allow like something's going to be like revealed to you. There's going to be like some sort of truth, like something revealed because you're not resisting yourself anymore. You're not like blocking yourself. If you tell you, like for some of you, you had this bad experience, right? Like the one you were saying how you don't want to hold on. Okay. So you have to follow your intuition. So the one you were saying a moment ago, how like hold on, let me read it. I want to get it exactly right. Okay, so you're texting him and you've been left undelivered. You're wondering if you should just like leave him alone, right? At one point, I felt like you said that. He's undelivered. Time to move forward. Thanks. So there's this energy of like there's like this back and forth within you. And sorry, I'm not calling you out. I'm just like something you said like triggered a thought within me that like reminded me of what you said. So, sorry. So like there's something within you that wants to be acknowledged and wants to be accepted, but you're like, keep on like, shh, be quiet. Like basically if you were two people, your head was one person and your emotions were another person, one would be saying something and the other one would be telling it, no, be quiet. And then the other one would just sit there and be quiet for a moment. And then the other one would say something. And then the other one would be like, no, be quiet. So your head is saying one thing and your heart's being like, no, be quiet. And then your heart's saying something and your head's like, no, be quiet. And then you need to get them aligned. Like they need to be able to speak. Like you holding back yourself in a way is like, it's like emotional abuse. It's like if you were doing it to a kid, if somebody was trying to talk to you and you're constantly telling them, no, shut up, don't talk to me, shut up, ignore how you're feeling, ignore what you're thinking, act like it's not going on. That's abuse. That's not okay. But it's not better or okay because you're doing it to yourself. It's still wrong. It's not okay. So acknowledge how you're feeling. Like some of you need to cry. Like allow yourself to cry. You haven't really felt how you're feeling. You haven't acknowledged how you're feeling. And once you do, you might really cry. And that's okay. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It's okay. If you need to cry, you need to release the energy. You need to release something. It's okay. Get it out, but let it out. Once you do, I feel like some of you are going to receive like downloads. For some of you, you might kind of like, it might come in waves. Like there might become like, once you let it in the first time, you might be like, okay, I let that out and I'm good. And then it might be like a little bit later, you're doing something else and it catches you off guard, or you might be having those experiences right now. But either way, like you need to acknowledge how you're feeling, because it's going to allow you to like receive inspiration, receive downloads, like you're going to know how to move forward. You are a divine being, right? You, like, this is reminding me of the Matrix. You know what you need to do to kind of like how everything's supposed to align. And then how we got that card earlier about like your destiny, or like the prophecy, right? We got a prophecy card. Like you already know things. Like, I don't know if you go and you get readings and people tell you, or I don't know, or you know yourself, you know, either way, whether you know for yourself or somebody told you, you know, it's like this energy of like, if whether or not you cheated on the test and you got 100%, or you studied all night and you got 100%, either way, you got 100%, you know, the answers to the test. So like you just do what you're supposed to do. And then when you stop resisting yourself, that's going to like allow, I feel like you've kind of disconnected your intuition because you've cut off your emotions in a way. And I felt like once you acknowledge that I'm feeling this way, I'm thinking this way, whatever this is for you, and you like allow yourself to like have those deep conversations, feel those feelings, experience those emotions, those hurts, whatever this is for you. It's gonna, like, you're gonna have a lot of downloads. You're gonna get like a lot of things are just gonna align for you in ways that you haven't expected, I heard. All right, what else for Scorpio? You have number 3, New Dawn, and 36, Life Review. Okay, so I'm getting this energy about like, you might like, for some of you, you might be like, you thought your life is already established. You thought by your age, however old you are, that you were going to have like this is how it's going to be. But I feel like things are switching up. Like it's new. Things are changing, and like it's different now. It's becoming different. Okay. For some of you, you have been caged in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully not physically, but you have been like restricted and bound and like caged. You have been caged. And you've been trying to like, you have passion, you have things within you that you haven't allowed yourself to feel, or somebody in your environment, you have not felt like, you know how, I don't know how to say this. You've been immersed in this passion before, you know. I feel like it's this person you think about. Like, you know what this feeling is to like be around them and feel happy, or to be around something and feel excited and passionate, or whatever this is. You know how it feels to be immersed in something, but you've been restricted. You've been restricted, right? There's borders and there's borders and boundaries, and there's fences and cages, and you can't go in, and you're fenced in, and you got to like maintain the rules. And whatever this is for you, right? But within you, within that fence, like back way back there, behind all the structure, behind all the rules, behind all the limitations, behind all the BS, there's like your real passion, your real excitement, the you imagine, the life you imagine being, the memory that you remember. And I feel like that pisses you off at times that you're not living that experience. And I felt like you're now having to look at that. You're having to like you're having to answer for yourself as to why you're living the way you are, why you're feeling the way you feel, why you made the decisions you've made. Like you're looking at things differently. I feel like you're inspired for something different, for something greater. I heard you're inspired for something greater. You want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy, right? What's the point? What's the fun in sitting there? I have to be the person that you want me to be instead of the person I am. Like, you're not really living. Then you have number 29 breaks down to a 9, and you have redemption. So I feel like for some of you, this if that conversation piece resonated with you and you've been hesitant about that conversation, I feel like once you have it, it's gonna like clear things up. It's gonna clean things up, and it's gonna fix things. Like it's gonna be renewed. It's gonna be like brand new. If it's a connection, it's gonna like restart a connection, restart the connection, friendship, whatever this is for you. I think that's all we're getting for here. Or I lied. Number 1, you have growth. Okay, so this is new for you. For some of you, like stepping into yourself, being yourself is kind of new. Whatever this is you're trying to grow, it's not familiar for you. It's you're not sure necessarily how to do it, but it feels natural. It feels like you naturally evolve with it. You naturally, it's like that natural dance, right? The natural, like it's give and take. It's natural balance. I don't know how to do this. I have never taken a class on this, but I know how to do it. Like if this is a relationship, like this isn't somebody that you have to work to be around. It's natural. It feels good. And I feel like you guys like nourish each other. You guys help each other to grow. All right, it was like nothing, and then it was like, bam, here, have the whole freaking deck. Take it all. All right, so this came out in the reverse, but you're not supposed to read oracle decks in the reverse usually. And it's number 20, afterlife. So I'm going to read it both ways because that's what I do. So with afterlife being in the reverse, for some of you, you might not believe in like multiple lifetimes. Like knowing I know you in a different lifetime. Like that might not be your thing. For some of you, if that is your thing, you don't want to do that again. You just like this better be it. I'm not experiencing this again. For those of you that it applies when it's in the upright, I feel like there's some sort of completion that you're experiencing within this lifetime that is helping like tie things up. Like if you made like some sort of debts or something in previous lifetimes, you're like resolving those this lifetime. There's something within you. There's something within you that's lining up for your higher self. Like you're paying your debts. Okay, we're gonna leave that. And then 18 breaks down to a 9, universal mother. So I feel like there's something very nurturing within you, or somebody feels like you're very nurturing for them. You might feel like you have to like provide for other people, like you have to commit, like you have to ignore yourself because you have other obligations, and you see those obligations as being more of a priority. But you have to have balance. Okay, so you have universal mother, and the very next card is which was in number 18. And then you have number 8, inner child. So you have an inner mother, and you have a universal mother and an inner child. So I'm feeling like there's some sort of energy of where, like, for some of you, you might have been told like not to be playful, right? Like that might be like immature and childish, and you're an adult, so you can't behave like that. But I feel like there's a sense of that's right. Sometimes the best conversations are those with ourselves. And honestly, sometimes people never give us the closure that we're entitled to or that we might need at moments. And that's okay. Like if you always need somebody else to give you what you need, then you're going to live a miserable life. There's moments you're going to have to give that to yourself and just accept the fact, like the fact that they're not giving me that, it says a lot. It says enough. Like if you're thinking somebody's your person, but they're leaving you unread, and they're not getting back to you, and they're not filling that gap, they're not swaying back this way, it's not a dance, and it's just one-sided, that can't be your person. Like it has to be like balance. But at the same time, like if you're called for something, like follow that through. Why are you called there? But at the same time, if you called there and they said like, no, I'm not me, even though you know that was them, like it is what it is, and you just got to be done with it. Like you just do what you're intended to do. Like follow your intuition. Like you have to do what's right for you. But at the end of the day, like don't beg for nobody. Make yourself as a priority. Don't love anybody more than you love yourself. Always put yourself as a priority and follow your intuition. All right, so universal mother and inner child. Sorry, I got lost. I got off track a little bit. So I feel like there's something that you've been inspired. Again, I'm getting something like you've wanted since childhood, or you've known them since childhood. There's some sort of reflection energy. You're looking at things, you're reevaluating, you're reflecting. This card just like reminded me, follow the yellow brick road. I don't know why, but it just like right now it looked like the little yellow brick road. For some, like it's a long journey, right? It's a long journey to get there. It's a long time coming, I heard. Somebody's going to be really surprised and caught off guard. Somebody's scared of this too. Somebody's scared. I feel like you are scared of this. But you just have to take a leap of faith. You have 21 new beginnings, breaks down to a 3. So this is new beginnings, right? It's something you're inspired for. It's different. You plant your seed. And then you have 11, rise up. You have number 10, manifestation. The one, you said that. Now you got the card out here. See, you manifested the card. See, manifestors, you guys be creating. So make sure you're thinking positively and don't doubt yourself. If you receive some inspiration or intuition, it came to you for a reason. It's yours. Take it, claim it, own it. And then you have number 28, cleaning your space, but I was going to say energy. So I'm kind of getting the same thing. There's something within you that needs to be cleaned and balanced. We had the Temperance card earlier. It's internal balance, right? And you had the 5 of Wands. So you're fighting against that. But now you have this internal, clean your space. So this is also your environment. For some of you, like you need to move, you need to close out a relationship, you need to like change jobs, you need to like get rid of old furniture, like old things that have like bad memories. Like review what's in your environment and what shouldn't be there anymore. Okay, when I set this down, it flipped over, cleaning out your space. For some of you, take this as this resonates. But for some of you, when you go to clean out your space, you might be cleaning out a person. And that person might have resistance to being cleaned out. You might have to like really tell somebody like you really got to go or get an order of protection or something. Like you might have to force somebody to like leave you alone. And with the 5 of Wands earlier, like you might have to fight for this, right? And then you have number 12, energy shift. But I feel like this is balance for you. Like you're no longer being somebody's puppet. You're becoming yourself. You're standing in your power. You're your own self. You're your own person. They're used to seeing you one way, but in fact, like I feel like they're going to be shocked by I don't know. You're just different. You're different. I feel like you're different than the people in your environment, but you're also different than the people that you know and that know you think that you are to be. Or you think different than what they thought. At least somebody in your environment, you're different than what somebody thought. There's an energy shift within you. There's some sort of balance. You're balancing things. I feel like you're healing a lot and balancing things. Oh shit, guys. We're on here for over an hour and I haven't even done your cross yet. We're going to finish this and then I'm going to do your cross. All right. Number 6, healing hands. So I feel like you're like, there's a few things with this. There's somebody that's going to come in that's going to help you. There's people in your environment that are going to help you bridge a gap, like manifest. People are going to help you manifest something. There's an energy right here too of like, I feel like you're like your other person, like your the complement, your other half, the complement to you is going to be coming in. There's going to be something more solidified, more authentic. And you see how they're like underground together? Like, I feel like you guys have like, this isn't like it was resurrected. For some of you guys, it was resurrected. So it was something from the past that you didn't think was going to work out, but it's like resurrected. They come up from the dirt together. I feel like they help each other like become reborn, like manifest. I don't know what that, take that as that resonates. For some of you, you need to have like acupuncture or physical therapy. For some of you, you need to go get a massage. You definitely need a massage. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. Okay, there's a song by Marvin Gaye that involves healing. And when you have your person come in, there's going to be a lot of that type of healing going on, if you know what I'm saying. And then number 15, self-realization. So there's something you know about yourself that you're slowly acknowledging, but you're going to accept it, which is going to allow it to like come to be. You know something about yourself which you've been trying to like minimize or hide. And you have to like, you're being forced to like accept it or acknowledge it. Have it or allow it in your reality. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, let's do your cross. Number 23 is a 5, external self. So I feel like you like this mask that you're wearing, like, I don't feel this, I don't think this, I don't want this, X, Y, and Z, whatever this is for you. That's changing. That mask is going to be coming off. Then you have 13, authenticity. 13 breaks down to a 4. So you're becoming yourself. You're becoming more of who you are in your foundation, in your environment. I feel like you're starting to pull the things into your environment that make you feel more like you. Like home feels like home instead of just a house. And then 33, rites of passage. 33 breaks down to a 6. So there's something that you're seeing that you've seen it before, you've heard it before, you've gotten some sort of download, your intuition, and you're stepping into it now. Like you're like walking into it now. And then number 30, resilient. So this was hard, right? Like this was not it's not an easy journey. It's not a journey for the faint of heart. Like it was difficult. There was times, a lot of times where you were alone. You got abandoned. You felt abandoned at times. You felt alone. It was a difficult journey. I felt like there was a lot of times you didn't understand your emotions. You didn't like also there was like rabbit hole energy, right? Like you would get caught in you would get stuck in your thoughts. You would catch yourself stuck in your thoughts at times. Whatever this is, so with resilience as well, it's something like from the past, like it didn't die. Like it's like reborn. It's like repurposed, I heard. It's like repurposed. You're finding new uses for it. Okay. Scorpio's repurposing something. That's funny. All right, this is going to be that. We're done with this. I want to see what this is. Breaking free, number 32, breaks down to a 5. So you're coming out of your shell, right? You're going to be accepting how you're feeling. I feel like you need to be brave, Scorpio. Like if you don't ask, it's always going to be a no. But you can't be rejected if you don't try. But if you try, you're probably not going to get rejected. I feel like whatever you're calling for, like you see how I don't know if you guys could see, like I see it. There's like, okay, this is a person right there, right? Their head's up. She's like looking up, and then her legs are right here, and she's like arched. And she's like her chest is right here, and she has like this thing coming out of her chest and something coming out of her head, right? So your head and heart are wanting something. You're wanting to do something, but you're wearing this mask instead, but it's coming off. Like you're starting to break free. You're starting to become yourself. You're starting to be you. You're starting to follow your intuition more. Okay, take that as that resonates. All right. This is going to be our last one. Breaking free again. There. Okay, so you're going to really step into yourself. You're going to really follow your intuition. You're going to follow your intuition and live your truth. Experience your truth. Live your greatness, I heard. Okay. I like that. All right. I'll have to put those away. I'll put them away later. All right, Scorpio, I'm not going to look at those. Okay, we're getting into your cross at 1 hour and 23 minutes. All right. I'm not going to take any more pre-messages either unless they force themselves out. If spirit wants to tell us something, it's going to come out. But other than that, I'm going to do your cross. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. All right, Scorpio for March. Scorpio for March. This is going to be our last shuffle. You have the 6 of Swords. You need to stop arguing with yourself. Get out of your thoughts. Stop doubting yourself. You have the King of Wands. Be confident and take that forward action. You need to be confident. There's some sort of opportunity that is wanting to be extended to you, or that you need to extend. But you need to be confident and take that forward movement. Stop doubting yourself and get out of your thoughts. If you're inspired for something, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Do it like Nike. The 3 of Pentacles. You need to work at something. You need to build with somebody. You need to for some of you, you need to extend an offer. The Three of Pentacles, this might be somebody like you're supposed to be working with in some way, shape, or form. Or somebody like at work. This might be somebody you work with. You have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This love thing for you, if this is resonating with you, like if you allow yourself to go through this, allow the first cycle to start, it will follow through. Like it's gonna go through all the cycles. Like it's gonna be dependable, it's gonna be reliable, it's gonna be there, it's gonna stay there, it's gonna be something that you can still have for later. It's not like you can have your, not like that, like you can't have your cake and eat it too, but you can like you're gonna be happy with this connection. Like if you just like take a forward step, like do what you're inspired to do. Like reach out, or have that conversation, accept that conversation, whatever that was for you. If that resonated with you, allow that first cycle, right? It's like there has to be a start, right? And then once there's that initial thing, that seed, plant that seed, and it's going to grow and develop, and it's going to become something stable and long-term. It's going to be something that you can like count on. Like it's going to be healthy for you. But you have to do what you're being like inspired to do. You have to work with them, like meet them halfway, compromise. Scorpio, don't be so stuck in your own ways. Like they have to come to me. They have to do this. Like compromise. Like, I don't know. Take that as that resonates. You follow your intuition. For some of you, you're resistant. And all you need to know is that there's a compromise in there. And once you do compromise, like it's going to allow like a first start. It's going to lead to the next start, to the next, to the next, to the next. It's going to be good and dependable. You can count on it. But you're still like stuck on like thinking about, should I even like try? But it is dependable. I don't know. I'm going to move on. Okay, Scorpio for March. Scorpio. This is going to be our last pre-message. You have the Star card and the Hierophant. Yes. Like whatever you're inspired to do it. It's going to be like committed. It's going to be long-term. It's going to be there for the long term. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to be your wish fulfillment. There's going to be a lot of healing, a lot of progress. It's going to be good. You're going to be happy with it. There's definitely committed energy here. It's going to be long-term for you. Okay. All right. Scorpio for March. Scorpio. Right, this is going to be our final. I'm going to take it. You got the Star card again. And the Six of Cups with the Six of Pentacles. So you got a lot of sixes out here on your reading. So I feel like you need to move away from that like mental chatter, that difficulty, doubting yourself. There's something you need to like, for some of you, you have to pay off some debts or like balance something in order to be able to move away. But you need to move away from like the difficulty, the fighting, the arguing. All right, next you have the Lovers, the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the King of Cups. Okay. There's some sort of like emotional connection, right? There's somebody that you have your eye on for sure. And you want to have this like forward movement with them. I feel like you're taking more forward action in March because you see stability with them. And you find yourself physically and emotionally attracted to this person. And you feel like you can be yourself with them. You're very impressed with this person. If this is resonating with you, you're going to know that this is somebody, like this is going to be for you because you're going to, like you're passionate about them and you're also like very emotionally, like you're physically attracted to them and you're emotionally attracted to them. You feel stable when you're around them. They're fun. They're like energetic. They're very playful, and they're very smart as well. I feel like you have like passionate what is it called? Fantasies. You have passionate fantasies about them. And it would be your wish fulfillment to like play that out. But at the same time, you wouldn't want them to think that you see them as just passionate. I feel like this person holds a lot of weight for you, but you don't want them to know that. You see them as like your good luck charm. That's cute. You want to have a family with them, or you do have a family with them, or you want to like merge families with them. Take it as that resonates. We're going to move on from this. Okay, Scorpio. This is going to be our last shuffle. And I'm not taking this. So sorry, one more. I'm not taking. You have the Temperance again. Internal balance. Having like getting that clarity, like having your emotions and your thoughts on the same page. Allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling and not resisting it. Allowing things to like process through without like analyzing them so much. Like you just want to know. You like, I feel like you're not trusting. You want to know for a fact like how things are going to play out before they play out. But that's not realistic, and that's not life. You got to go with the flow. You just have to trust that things happen the way that they're supposed to, when they're supposed to, how they're supposed to. You can't just like, you can't always have like, what are those, like when you're playing, what is it? When you go play bowling, you can't have those guardrails all the time. At some point, you have to take those off and like shoot your shot. And just trust like it's going to go down the middle, or at least you're going to get a good enough score. You're going to have fun either way, right? It's going to be fun. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But you can't always like guard everything. You can't always prevent whatever from coming in. You can't always be prepared. You can't always know and control everything. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to ask for the one. Let's see. Advice for the one before we get into the Scorpio reading. Advice for the one. All right. This will be our last shuffle. All right. Advice for the one. Okay. Okay. So you have the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, the Strength card. Then you have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. Okay. So I don't know if this is you or your person. Your intuition tells you something. There's like a lot of secrets involved as well. Like somebody knows something, but they're not saying something. You and or your person might both have secrets, but somebody knows something and they're not saying it. They're not just divulging it. They're trying to like wait for somebody to like divulge it. Them like somebody knows something, but they don't want to say something. They're waiting for the other person to like reveal it. Like you know something within yourself, within your intuition, there was a hurt and a sorrow. There's some sort of disappointment. There was like I don't know if this is an argument or an event. Something took place that it feels like you can't come back from this. But your intuition tells you something. There's some energy in your energy, like holding on too tight, too long, too much. And then like it impacts your independence. I feel like right now you might be like really acting like I'm good on my own. I don't need this person. I don't miss them. Or they might be trying to act like that and you're kind of like hurt by it. Somebody's like holding on too much. Or there's like this energy to like your intuition tells you something and you know it to be true even though it's not in your environment right now. So you like hold on to that energy. You're like waiting for it to like happen already. And you're trying to stay confident, but it's hard to because it's like you have a feeling something's coming in. You know something's coming in. This is weird. Hold on. There's this energy of like, there's a lot of secrets in regards to a hurt. Somebody like, I didn't intend for it to work like that. I didn't intend for it to go down like that. I didn't know it was going to work like that. But somebody's like embarrassed. Somebody doesn't want to answer or like account for something. So there's like this, somebody's holding on to the connection, but also holding on to that shame, that disappointment. There's independent energy. And like that's somebody's like mask. It's like, I'm going to act like I don't want to be with you because it doesn't seem like you want to be with me. I'm going to ignore you because it seems like you're ignoring me. But really, you're just trying to save face. Really, you want to reach out to this person. Really, you keep your distance because you're trying to save face. You're trying to learn something. You're waiting to find something out. What is this? You want them to approach you and say something to you. You want them to reach out. You have the Lovers, the Five of Wands, the Justice, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you want them to reach out and tell you, to let you know, like, confirm for me that you care. Fight for this. Fix it. Fight to fix it. Fight to show me you care. Be willing to fight to show me you care. Whatever that looks like for them. For somebody, it might be like standing up to other people. For some people, it might be like putting aside their pride and ego and like approaching you as you're out the door. Whatever this is for you, there's like acknowledge something wasn't fair so that we can like fight to fix something because it wasn't fair. Show me you care about me. Show me that this is like we can move forward. Show me that this is possible. Like you do something. You put some action forward. You do something. You're welcome. You're welcome. The one, do you have any questions? You need a clarification or anything? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get into the cross. Okay, I'm going to get into the cross and we'll see what Spirit wants to tell Scorpio. There's some sort of celebration coming in. Be expecting to be happy. There's something that's going to work out in your favor in March. Things are always working out for your greater good. Always. All right. This is not going to be the deck that we use. Neither is this one. Okay. I know which one we're going to use, but we're going to take this real quick. You have the Ten of Swords again. There's something that you don't know how it's possible, but it's possible. I can't say this enough times. If you receive an intuition to do something, do it. You're receiving that intuition for a reason. I don't know what I do. Oh, okay. Alrighty then. All right, Scorpio March. You have the Nine of Cups. There's some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you. There's something you're going to be really happy about. Probably because you followed your intuition and stopped procrastinating. You have the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. Aha! Okay. So, there's something coming in for you, right? You're going to go from having okay. When people stand like this and they have their hands in their pockets, they're doubting. There's something where they're like, they aren't confident, okay? They're trying to hide something because they're not confident. They're standing with their hands in their pockets. There's like this doubt within them. And his boat's empty, right? So you go from having this energy, and then this is our Temperance though. You're going to balance yourself internally. What is this that keeps on? You have the Four of Wands. Your stability, something within your foundation, your stability. You're going to have balance within yourself and your stability. And that's going to allow you to go fishing and, it's going to allow you to go fishing and catch your fish. I don't know what's this. Oh, and it's going to be a commitment. Whatever this fish is for you, it's going to be solid. It's going to be a commitment. It's going to be long-term lasting for you. And then you're going to be proud of it too. You're going to go from like standing there, not really sure, not really confident in yourself, handing your hands in your pocket, doubting yourself, doubting your intuition. And then you have that internal balance and you clean things up internally. And you trust spirit, you lean on your intuition, you follow your internal guidance system, you go with the flow, you go where you're directed to go. And now you're going to be catching fish and you're going to be having abundance. You're going to have a lot of abundance and prosperity, like positive progression, forward movement. Things are going to be working out for you. I like this for you, Scorpio. That's a freaking awesome picture. You went from having like lack and doubting yourself to having abundance and being proud of what you have and showing it off. Like, look what I caught. Look at my stuff. Look at my reward. Do it. Do what you need to do. Follow your intuition. And then like once you like put the ball in his court, back off and let him do what he's going to do with that ball. But I feel like you're going to be catching something good. Like, be prepared for dinner, you know? Get ready. Get your recipes out. That's freaking cool. Okay, Scorpio for March. Scorpio, this is our last shuffle. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio for, okay. First card out, you have the Two of Cups. Crossing that is the King of Coins. At a soul level, you have the Six of Cups. Aww. In the recent past, you have the Star in the reverse. And it stayed in the reverse. So in your recent past, you didn't think something was possible, but we've already talked about that. I felt like we've established that. Scorpio is very doubtful, like very optimistic. Or sorry, you should be optimistic, but you're pessimistic. But you should be optimistic. Your crowning energy, you have the Four of Swords, so you're thinking about healing something. Your near future, you have the 7 of Cups. How you see yourself, you have the 6 of Coins. How other people see you is the King of Swords. So with it being the King of Swords and the way that came out, and with it being like how people see you, I feel like people are wanting to see you and they're kind of expecting it, but it doesn't come through. Like it was like this, and then when I went to go put it on the table, it just flipped out and like fell face down, but it was still in the upright. Like, people want to hear from you, but you don't communicate. You don't tell people things. People are waiting. People are waiting for you to reach out and say something, like involve them, include them. And then you got like a little mini book over here for your final outcome. This one ended, sorry, this card came out in the we can't see it right now. We're going to look at it later. Bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Coins. So there's something that like you're going to be having, like, you're independent right now. You're very solid on your own. You don't need people to help you with things. Like you're good on your own. Maybe too much so. I feel like you need to like open up to your environment, the people in your environment. Don't do everything all by yourself all the time, Scorpio. Okay, let's get into what is my clarifier deck. Okay. My clarifier deck is going to be this one. All right, Scorpio for March. Scorpio. And I'm not taking no more pre-messages, guys. We're going to be here forever. Oh my God, I'm not. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, this will be our last shuffle. Okay. All right, so your current energy, you have the 2 of Cups crossed by the King of Coins. So right now, I feel like you're structuring something. You're setting something up. You're working on things behind the scenes for an offer. For some of you, like if you don't have your eye on a person or a particular person, I feel like you're trying to like set your environment up for when your person does come in. Or you're like thinking about what kind of connection you would want. What is this current energy? You had all these cards came out in the reverse. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're not wanting to say something. You're scared. Like you want to have a solid. I'm getting an energy of like you just basically like you want to like you don't want to have to go apologize. You don't want to have these conversations, these awkward conversations. You just want to like be in the experience, be living in the like where you guys are already cooking dinner and cleaning and eating and living together. You don't want to go through that initial startup process. You don't want to have the conversations. You don't want to have to like for some of you don't know the questions that would be involved, and you're kind of nervous on how you would respond. But you're tired of evaluating things, so you're ready to have forward movement. You're ready to act on something because you're tired of watching. You're tired of waiting. Watching. Why did I say watching? For some of you, you've been like watching their social media or something. You think about this person and you kind of keep tabs on them. At a soul level, you have the 6 of Cups. So this is somebody that you're very emotionally tied to, even if you're not around them. If you're not like, even if you guys aren't in a relationship, even if you haven't seen this person for a while, like this is somebody who is like connected to you. They have a special place in your heart. For the 6. Okay. So you had the Empress in the upright, the Temperance sideways, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So at a soul level, you're very nostalgic towards this person. You think about them fondly. They have a like a soft space. Like you have a soft space in your heart for them. And you do want to create and manifest things for them, but you understand that there's a lack of balance right now. And I feel like bringing this into balance like terrifies the crap out of you. Like you don't feel confident. You don't feel like you have what you need in order to move this along. You're not confident to make that forward movement. So you just find yourself thinking about them instead. In your recent past, you have the Star in the reverse. The Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands. For some of you, there was an opportunity to have wish fulfillment in the recent past, but somebody's stability or another person caused that to not work out. You had to like retreat from your intention. For some of you, you had to like defend, like accept defeat in some way, shape, or form. There's a lack of wish fulfillment because of some sort of commitment elsewhere or long-term commitment, some sort of foundation. Financial resources for some of you are impacting it. For some of you, there might be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that's causing like a wrench to be thrown regarding Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Ugh. There's this energy too of like somebody's trying to be your blocker. There's some sort of defensive energy. Like you have to fight for this, or for some of you, you had to defend yourself in regards to like some sort of action, like passionate action or something that was said, like harsh words that were said, and you weren't wanting to do that. So you didn't do it. So there wasn't healing in something. Take that as that resonates. And your crowning energy, you have the Four of Swords. So you're thinking about how do you heal something? You're thinking about making things like better. How do I fix it? How do I heal this? This doesn't necessarily have to be like, how do I heal the connection? This could be like, how do I heal this hurt within me? How do I heal my thoughts? How do I heal my emotions in regards to this? I love tarot. I have these. I have like this whole stand that my thing is on right now, that there's a bunch of decks in here. I love tarot. I got decks on decks on decks. Perfect. Okay, so hold on a lot. Okay, the Four of Swords. Okay, so you got like a little deck over here too. So you have the Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups. So you're thinking about this healing. You're disappointed. Like you didn't jump, like somebody didn't jump on an offer when it was offered. And there's like disappointment in that, like shoulda, woulda, coulda. And there's like wanting to move forward. I feel like this person is like a good compliment towards you. And if this is like something in regards to your work environment, like you feel like you did something that you need to like fix or do better, you might be thinking about work a lot. You might be learning new things at work. there's some sort of mistake that was made. Somebody's disappointed. Somebody wants to work at and fix what was left out and abandoned and rejected. So there was this offer, right? I remember this offer. This offer was important to me. I still have a place in my heart for it. We were going to build together, but somebody got abandoned and neglected, and it turned into disappointment and hurt and sorrow. It was betrayal beyond, it was, it got so bad. I don't know how I can come back from that, basically, right? It was night and day. It turned different. It's different. Things are different. But I still love them. I still care about them. I still want to offer this. I'm still thinking about you. I still want to communicate with you. I want to move away from our arguing. I want to fix things. How did it go? Did he respond? Okay, leave it at that. Did he respond yet? He or she, did they respond? Did he respond? Sorry. So you're wanting to get out of your thoughts. Good, yes. So leave it at that. Leave the ball in his court. So you doing that, it allows him to know you're still thinking about him, first of all, that the door's open. That's all you can do. That's all you need to do. Now it's up to him. You've leaned that way. Now you lean the other way, and it's up to him to come back your way. It's that you put over there and you come back your way. He you come back on your side because that's what you do. You don't come on your side because he forced you to go that way. And if he did, that's not healthy. That's not what you want anyway. I put the ball over there. Now I'm going to wait over here while you do what you're going to do with it. So just wait and wait patiently and wait optimistically and know that what's intended for you is always going to work out the way that it's supposed to. What's intended for you can never be taken from you. If it's yours by divine right, divine guidance will always bring it through. So just chill, relax into it. Get out of your thoughts. So you're thinking about healing, and you know you need to get out of your thoughts in order to do that. Then you have wish fulfillment. So you know that there's some sort of wish fulfillment involved once there's some healing. All right. In your near future, you have the 7 of Cups. A lot of offers, a lot of opportunities, a lot of options. What is this? What is this 7 of Cups? Okay. So the first card that came out, you had the 5 of Swords. So there's going to be some arguing, some mental conflict, some discussions regarding these options. You have the Fool card, the Tower, the 6 of Pentacles, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. So this new options, all these options in the near future, it's going to be very confusing for you at times. You're not going to know how to respond. You're not going to know what to say. You're not going to know what to do next. It's going to be new for you. It's going to be exciting. You need to be optimistic with this energy. You're not going to be expecting it. Something's going to catch you off guard. For some of you, these offers that come in, you're going to be caught off guard by how balanced it is, by how happy you are, by how smooth it is. You don't have to work for it. It's easy. And you're just naturally feeling fulfilled. You're naturally feeling optimistic, which is odd for you. And you don't know how to process that information. You don't know what to do with it. It's new for you. It's odd. It's different than what you're used to because it feels so good. Over here, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that was over here. Yeah. We'd already talked about that energy. Okay, so, but Spirit wants to acknowledge it right here. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse in your near future. With Spirit wanting to acknowledge it here as well in your near future. You need to stop being so like it's my way or the highway. It has to be done how I'm expecting it. It has to work exactly like this. You have to be able to compromise. It can't be your way or no way. That's not a fair connection. That's a dictatorship. That's not fair. That's not love. So like you have to get what you're wanting, also does the other person too. Like both people, everybody has to feel like they're being heard and accounted for and accountable. So everybody has to do what they're saying they're gonna do. Like do it. Don't just talk about it. Speak. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Just do it. All right. How you see yourself is the Six of Cups. So you see, or sorry, the Six of Coins. You see yourself as like you're finding your way through the darkness, but you're gaining your balance. It's very hard to be vulnerable. It's very, very hard. Like, okay, so here's the thing. When you give your heart and it doesn't go very well and things don't work out how you thought that they were going to, it's very hard to be able to do that again, especially if you got stomped on. Good. But at the same time, like that's the best way. Like it's not really love if you have your borders up, if you have your walls up, if you go into something and you can't really fully be transparent, you really can't just let your guards down and be yourself and be comfortable being you, and the person's not really seeing who you are because you're not really being yourself, because you're trying to make sure like you don't want to divulge too much, you don't want to be too open too soon, you don't want to fall in love, you like whatever it is, I'm scared to fall in love, whatever it is for you. Then there's this energy of like you don't really make any solid connections and you don't really know them and they don't really know you, and then it's just wasted time. But if you allow yourself to kind of experience what you're experiencing and feel how you're feeling and just allow that to be acceptable, and don't fight it, and like and don't have so much resistance, like allow yourself to be vulnerable. That's what makes the real connections. That's what like removes all that like shallowness and like just empty, like we're together because people expect us to be together. No, we're together because we trust each other, we love each other, we can't see each other, or we can't see our lives without each other. Like I think about this person when I'm not with them, like I'm wanting the best for them, they're wanting the best for me, it's healthy, you know. It's like I always think about them, I'm wanting the best, like I want to be around them, I want to be with them, I'm with them because I want to, not because I have to. It's like those kind of energies, like you want that, and the only way to really get that is by being honest, being transparent, being vulnerable, even though it's hard to do, but it's worth it. Like that's is genuine, and that's how you know you got something worth having. Okay, so the Six of Coins, I don't feel like we really need to go into that. I feel like we very much established that Scorpio is working on balancing something internally and or externally. This is just new for you though. There's something that's new for you. And you might feel kind of foolish, like struggling, finding your way through the dark. But just be natural, just go with the flow. How other people see you, you have the King of Swords. So people see you as being very like either you're talking a lot or you're very short. You're not sharing as much as they'd want you to. You're thinking a lot. What is this King of Swords? Right, you had the Queen of Pentacles that came out sideways. So you're thinking about your foundation. You're thinking about your environment. You're thinking about your stability and how you want, like, what do you see your life being like? Somebody in your environment is seeing you like evaluating things and planning. Then you have the Queen of Swords came out in the upright. So that's interesting. Somebody sees you as their partner. So how other people see you is you have the King of Swords. And to clarify that, you have the Queen of Pentacles sideways and the Queen of Swords upright. Even though it's not the same deck, it's still a matching pair on the same topic, right? So I feel like somebody sees you as their person. But there's also a lack of balance within them to like solidify this. They don't know how to finalize this, just like you don't know how to finalize this. But both of you guys want it. You guys are a complement to each other. It's the Queen and the King of Swords. These are like, they communicate well, they think well, they think similarly, and they speak, they communicate, they share their ideas. And it's easy to understand and to relate to each other because they're similar. They have a similar way of doing things. I feel like somebody's waiting, like somebody needs to communicate and somebody's like anxiously waiting for that and keeps on hoping for it. But I feel like there's like, with this Queen of Pentacles being sideways, like I don't feel like either person really feels like it's possible. Like you're doubting it, they're doubting it, but really both of you guys want it. So if you guys would just try, it would be like a solid thing, but you guys are both doubting it. So it makes it nothing because neither of you guys have the courage to try. But it just takes an attempt. Like you guys will both be shocked how much the other person is interested. Like you just have to try. Just try. Hopes and/or fears, you have the Page of Cups. So you're hoping and scared to have this communication. You have an emotional investment. You want to communicate. You want somebody to communicate to you. You want there to be like a dialogue between the two of you about this emotional connection, the emotions between the two of you. Then you have the Four of Wands. You want to communicate and make it solid, stable, like a solid foundation. You want to build a solid foundation. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. So there's a lot of unknown factors, confusing emotions right now. You're still processing, though. You're still evaluating and pulling in details and getting like downloads and trying to follow your intuition and trying to like fight and like have resistance and clean your energy up with that. There's like a lot of internal stuff going on. All right, we're going to look at that last. So you have the final outcome should things remain the same. You have the 10 of coins. You have the 10 of coins. You have the 10 of cups. You have the 8 of cups. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the 8 of Swords. And you have the Fool in the reverse. The fuck? Scorpio, I swear, man. So, final outcome should things remain the same. There's an opportunity to have life the best that you would imagine, to be happy, to be fully content, to be like feeling like your cup is running over, like life is good and you're happy. Like you're just chill. Things are really good for you. Your finances, like physically, things are good. Emotionally, things are good. In every way possible, things are good. But there's some energy within you that is not emotionally invested somewhere, but keeps tied to it. You keep yourself bound to things that you're no longer emotionally invested with. because you fail to realize a truth. You fail to recognize your potential, the growth, the possibilities. Like you keep yourself restricted. Even though the sky's the limit, you're like, nope, I can only stay on the ground. Even though there's like, some of you might be scared of planes. Like, even though there's like if you wanted to get from like one side of the country to the next, you could take a plane and get there like really, really quick. But you're like, nope, I can only get there if I go like in these types of ways. And it's very short. It's very like, it's very long. It's very restrictive. It's, there's not a lot of options. And you're like, it has to be in this way or not at all. But really, there's so many more options. And you having that energy of like you're restricting and ciphering your options, it's causing you to feel tied up mentally and not have these options come through, not have these potentials, not have these new prospects, not have these new for some of you, you don't get additional downloads because you're not doing anything with what you first, like, it's basically like, if you want dessert, you have to eat your vegetables first, you know? You gotta, like, you're not allowing yourself to like fully jump into something you're being inspired to do. You're keeping yourself tied up. You're still stuck in your thoughts and your energy. All right, Scorpio. The moon card. What else with this final outcome? All right. You had the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, Scorpio. So you just need to work at it a little bit longer. You're still working at it, but you're going to create it. You just need more time. All right. You just need more confidence. You need to clean things up a little bit. You're still dotting your T's and crossing your I's. You're still in it to win it, but you're still putting the final touches on it. You're still doing a couple things. I guess you're still talking yourself into it. You're still like back and forth on it. Let's see. What card was that? It was the Magician, and it fell in the reverse. So I feel like you're going to keep going in that energy. Like you go forward and backwards. You're in it, then you're not. Like you're excited, but then you doubt yourself. You're hopeful and you think it's possible. And then you're like, nope, I'm going to just settle where I'm at. You go back and forth, but you do have the ability to create it. You just have to decide that's what you want to do and do it. Like make up your mind and do it. Do what you're inspired to do, Scorpio. That's your advice. Do what you're inspired to do. Okay. I'm actually going to post Spirit's advice for you, actually. Because I'm going to tell you something all day. But you're going to ultimately decide when you're ready, how you're ready, what you're going to do when you're like, you decide, right? Somebody could tell you, somebody could give you advice, somebody can give you facts. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you decide what you're going to do. You have the Wheel of Fortune out here. You need to allow some sort of new cycle to come in. There's some sort of like forward movement, progression forward. Some like there's good things trying to come in, but I feel like you're resisting it. You're like stuck. You have to take forward movement. You need to move forward towards what you're inspired for. Like do it already. Like you just keep thinking about it. Stop thinking about it and do it. You just like numb, or what is it? You're just like stuck. You're frozen from thoughts. You get all the inspiration in the world, but you go over like thinking about it a million different ways in a million different directions and a million different angles. And then all of a sudden you're exhausted, tired, and going to sleep. It's like you never get to that point of like completing it because you keep on like reevaluating it and tweaking it and changing it around. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it this way. And then you don't do it. You spend all your time focusing and thinking about it instead of and strategizing instead of actually like finalizing it and putting into action. All right. Final advice for Scorpio. Final advice for Scorpio. What should... Okay. What the hell? That was not... That was a weird... I don't know where the heck it went. Oh my gosh. Hold up, guys. My bad. Okay, but they're in the upright. Holy cow. So there's some sort of change. You have the World card. There's some sort of change, a new cycle. Allow it to take place. You can't just allow yourself to think about it and think about it and think about it and not do action behind it. If it's just a thought, it's going to escape you, and like you're just going to be tortured by the thought. You have to do something with it. Do something with it. Like you could be hungry all day and you can have food sitting in front of you, but if you don't eat it, you're just going to be hungry and thinking about eating. Like eat, like do it already. And then you have the King of Wands. Act out of what you're passionate about. Do it. Do it. What you're passionate about, put that action behind it. You have the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. Okay, I feel like Spirit's advising you. This is weird advice, but take it as it resonates. Like, okay. I don't know how to say this. Don't shoot the messenger. Take it as it resonates. You're being sad right now. You're not appreciating what is being offered to you. The intuition advice that you're receiving, you're not accepting it, right? Spirit's advising you. I don't know if this is necessarily advice or it like a slap on the hand. Like Spirit's telling you, like you can't be sad. You can't be disappointed when I've given you direction and you haven't accepted it. You haven't done what you were told. You're sad right now for no reason. Like stop being sad because you never felt you didn't follow what I inspired you to do. You didn't do what I told you to do. And now you're sad looking at like, oh, it didn't work out. No crap, it didn't work out. You didn't do what I told you to do. Yes, you can. What's your question? Bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands. So you need to have this forward movement. Communicate what you're passionate about. Initiate it. Plant your seed. What's your question? See anything else? Advice for Scorpio? Advice for Scorpio. All right. You have the King of Pentacles. So make your plan, right? The plan that you've made, like make sure it's solid and stable and act it. Act out your plan. Or what? Yeah, hold on. Then you have the Knight of Swords. So speak your truth. You need to have this communication. You need to like make your plan, live out your plan, like live it, like do it already. You can't just plan it and think about it. Speak your truth. Why is water wet? I don't know why is water wet. Is that like a real question? Water is wet because that's what its energy is. Like the sun is hot, right? It's gonna cook things. It's gonna like melt things. Water is wet because it's it's your intuitive energy. You have to go with the flow. You have to life is like you have to process things as you come about the things. So I feel like your cup energy, water, is like your intuition, your emotions, And those things, they're like you cry, right? Why I feel like why are you slow? That's my question. Why am I slow? My brain thinks, like, sometimes I have a lot of thoughts in it. Like, it's hard for me to be like, I don't know how to put them into words. So sometimes, like, it's just it's trying to process things. And then sometimes, like, I don't know if you guys, how many my videos you've watched, but sometimes I make a joke, like my words come out in multiples at the same time. It's like everybody trying to cram out the same door at once. But water, like, that was funny. That I need to get back on that. That's important. You guys, Scorpio, being a water sign, you guys are in your emotions. You're in your thoughts a lot. You have your intuition a lot. And you're supposed to be like, there's this saying, to be like water, to be able to adapt, to be able to like go with the flow, right? To don't be resistant, to be able to be forceful when you need to be, but be calm when you need to be. Like, basically go with the energy that is necessary at that moment. So I feel like water, particularly, like, there's moments where you need to cry, you need to get it out, you need to clean it out. There, like, it's very nourishing as well. Like, we could not survive without water. It's a need. Like, it's like, not all of the signs are like you could do things without passion. Like, people live without passion every day. But it's kind of tied to your intuition too, but not as much as the cups are. I don't know. I just feel like with the cup energy, like, those are signs, like, they need to like really work on their like using their intuition and following your intuition, because just because you have it doesn't mean that you follow it. And you guys, like, but Scorpio, I feel like Scorpio is very like hard-headed and stubborn, and you don't always follow your intuition because you're wanting somebody else to, like, at times, not always, but at times, you're wanting somebody else to prove it. Like, prove it to me. Like, do it for me. Like, not do it for me, but like say it for I don't have to. Like, prove it to me first. Like, I feel like you guys are wanting people to like show you, because you guys have already had your difficult experiences, right? You guys have already had that piece where you kind of had those harsh experiences, and you have probable cause to doubt and have resistance. You see the dark side. But at the same time, like, water, people couldn't live without water. We need water. And I feel like there's things necessary within you, that you contribute a lot to your environment, but you're not confident enough to like really contribute the way that I feel like you would help a lot of people. You would do a lot for a lot of people. And you're a sign that a lot of people are attracted to. So a lot of people will want you in their energy, their environment. People learn a lot from you. They're impressed with you. It's a joke. So I feel like, I know, but see, I'm like, I've got a lot of Gemini in mind. So I'm like, let's dissect this thought process. But I feel like there's like a lot of like Scorpios, I would wish you guys would be more comfortable with yourself. Get out of your thoughts and like speak your thoughts. Like, include some of us with your thoughts. Like, just play on the team better, more. All right. So that has been my little whatever that was all about. Does anybody have anything before I get off? It would be very interesting depending on the day. It would be very interesting. But I think it would be beautiful. I think I'm awesome. I didn't always think I was. I think a lot of people, everybody, we all have our own lessons to learn and grow from. Not you, the guy asking the question. I don't know. I think that this world is awesome and everybody needs to be themselves as much as everybody can be. Stop resisting. Go with your intuition. be kind to others. I'm about to get off here, guys. It's almost 2.5 hours. We finally did all of the outcomes. Does anybody have any questions or anything before I get off here? Like real questions that I need to pull cards for? I feel like we're like figuring out my personality and my thought processes right now. Not you guys asking questions. All right. This has been really fun. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Be kind to yourself and to others. Till next time. Bye. I try. Everybody should. Bye.